Hello fellow business minds, and welcome to another Business Minds tutorial. Today we're going to be going over the WordPress settings. So as soon as you get into the platform, you want to go to Sites. You're going to toggle up here to WordPress. And so if you don't already have a site, it's going to prompt you to start one. And if you do already have one, we're going to go ahead and manage it. So you click here and Manage Website. And so we're going to go through each of these tabs. So the first tab is Info. In the Info tab, we have your staging access. Staging site is just a temporary site so you can upload your theme, get your design ready, get all your content on there before you go live. And so we have two URLs. This is your live staging site, so you can give this to people so they can see your staging site. And then we have a staging admin access. This is so you can log into the staging site and make any changes, or your team can make any changes they need to make. You can delete your staging site and then you can publish it. We'll go back to publish in a minute. And down here is your live access. This would be when you connect your domain. This is the live site that you want to show the world. And once again, you can copy that URL or you can access it right here. When you click these buttons, it just opens up a pop-up tab. And over here you have your WordPress admin access, where you can access the back end of your live site. And so let's say we're making the changes on we have our live site up and we want to make some changes, but we don't want them to be live quite yet. So we make them on our staging site, and then we push publish when we're done, and then it would publish them to the live site. And down here we have manage your domain. So before you connect a domain or add a domain, you're going to have a temporary domain that you can use so you can see your site. And you would go over here to add domain, and there's simple steps to walk you through adding the domain, and we can go through that in another video. But once we add it, we're going to make it your primary domain. And then you click on the three dots, you can configure your DNS configuration, which shows you through the domain add-on video that we're going to do. And then down here, change prefix to www. You can also have your www forwarded to this, so it can go here, so they can put in your domain or www.your domain, or you can delete this domain. And then down here, let's say you already have a WordPress site and you just want to import it, so you can use our lead connector migrator plugin, and the instructions are pretty simple. You download it on your existing site, you download it on our site, and then you can it's like a one-click migration. You can do a manual migration with FTP access, and I'll show you how to get that in a minute. And then you can also contact us and we can help you as well. So this is the Info tab. Now we want to go to the Analytics tab. And so the first tab in the Analytics tab is your site report. And so this is response code. It just goes over there, your response codes, data. Then we have our data transfer over here, and then we have our CDN usage. Or CDN helps us speed up your site so you can get a really fast site when people go to your website. Then over here you have your site traffic, your desktop, and your mobile. And now let's go to the user tab. And so with the user tab, we have our users over here. It shows you how many users. You can refresh this if you already added some users, not showing up, or you can add users here. Just click add user, put your first name, last name, their username, what role they are, their email and password, and then it'll send it to them so they can log in. And they're going to log into the back end of your site. And down here, we're going to go to plugins. Now the plugins are all the plugins that are on your current website, and you can deactivate them, delete them. Shows you which ones are active, and then it has a tooltip if you hover over the description. And so some of these are inactive, so you can kind of see what's active and what's not. And then also you can go here to automatic updates, and it automatically updates the plugins for you, the ones that are available. Some plugins aren't available to be automatically updated, and the platform will let you know. So next we have our themes. So on the themes, you can do the same. You can activate a theme, you can deactivate a theme, and you can delete a theme. So you can only have one theme going at a time, but some people like to have multiple themes just in case a problem arises on your website and you want to switch themes to make sure it's not your theme that is causing that problem. And you can also have automatic updates on your themes as well. Now, usually if it's a privately bought theme that's not public and free through WordPress, automatic updates will only work if you have the key code that you use, that you have to input into that theme when you bought the theme from whoever you bought it from. And next we have our backups. So we back up once a day, so you'll always have a fresh backup. So let's say virus goes on your website, you can literally go back a couple of days and just restore that version and then gone, and then we have to figure out how we have to secure it. Now, we secure your website, but you never know. This is just backup, or just another option. And next we have your pages. Now, these aren't the pages that are on your WordPress site. These are extra pages you added that are HTML pages that you can upload here. This is for, most people aren't going to use this. This is for when you want to code something super special. And then we have our activity log. Now, this activity log just shows the activity of your WordPress admin panel. There's no activity on this website, but when you start having activity on your back end, it will show up here. And now we have our advanced settings. So this is the FTP access that we have. And if you want to upload a lot of content at a time that needs to go through the server side, you need FTP access, and you create a new FTP username here. And then we have our cache management. And this just, to speed up your site, the platform has a cache management to where it takes a picture of your site, and then it serves that to users. But let's say you update a lot of stuff and the cache is still the old website, you can clear it, and then go and pull the new content. And then we have WordPress debugging. We recommend you disable this for now, but if you have a problem, enable it. It kind of tells you what's going on. Then we have our server settings, your PHP admin. If you need to update your PHP for any reason, you can do it here. And you have to confirm, I understand this actually may lead to changes or deletions of data. So make sure you know what you're doing when you're doing this. And then WordPress management. This is, it automatically updates the core functions of the WordPress, the meat and potato of the WordPress. And then right here, you can just delete your site. And then of course we have a caution up here, caution before altering any of these settings. And so up here we have quick start. And this quick start is that guide that actually the system walks you through when you start and when you create a new WordPress site. So these are the same steps that you get to walk through. And then we have some quick actions. You can troubleshoot your site if something's going on. And then once again, you have clear cache. And then over here we have your quick link to your WP admin, and it's going to log you in whatever user you currently have. And then over here you can switch your sites. So we're going to change tabs, and we're going to go to log in, and I'm going to show you how to add a blog. So click it. Okay, cool. We are logged in to the platform. And so the very first thing you want to do when you're trying to add a blog, you want to go here to post, and then you see you can click all your posts, and this gives an overview of the current posts that are there. But then you add a post. Click here, add a post. You can also click that in the left-hand side menu, and then you can add the title. I'm just going to go test post, and then we'll put some content, test content. All right. And then there's a couple of things you can do. You can change the formatting of the content you just put in. Of course, you can make it a list, a quote, buttons, code. Now, we recommend you, most of our websites we design, we're going to use edit with the Elementor. But when you have and this kind of like a design, drag and drop design feature that you want to use, and we can cover this on another website, on another video as well. But just to add a simple post, we just want to use the title, the content, and if you click over here, once again, you can add images, heading, gallery, different things like that. And then you want to you can save this as a draft, you can view it live, and then you can have the settings here. So once I click the settings, I can do a couple of things as well. Change the text, the background color, text color, background color, the dimensions, add a border. But we want to click on post, and now we can set the featured picture. So this is going to be the main picture that's going to show up on a post. So I can click here. I want to add this picture. So now we can see, of course, we can replace or remove this. You can generate this with Elementor, but this is an extra cost. And then you want to add an expert, so when it's previewed on the live website or previewed on social, this is what shows up. Add that there. And then you have your status. This is a draft mode. I can click on this, and I can do pending, private, schedule it to publish, or publish it right now, or even password protected, or sticky. Now sticky just means it's going to be always be at the top of your blog, no matter what other blogs you put it there. It's like a the blog post you want to be read by most people. You want to make it sticky so it sticks to the top of the screen. And then do you want to publish immediately? This is your slug, so it'd be like mywebsite.com/ whatever the blog post is, whatever the title is. So I put test post, so the slug is test post. And then the author is going to be whoever is signed in. Now you can change the author by clicking on here and then choose another author, but currently it's whoever signed in. And then the default template. Most of the time you just don't want to mess with this because this is the default template for the theme that you're in, and you want your whole website to be consistent across the board. And then is this open for discussion? It means can people leave comments on this blog post? And then down here we have our categories. So we have no categories right now, but you can add a category. Just name it. Test category. And now it's going to be there. It's going to be clicked already. If your blog post belongs in multiple categories, you can make multiple categories. You can always, and then down here we have a parent category. So a parent category is a category that hosts other categories. Like, so if we're talking about cars, we have a parent category for cars, and then a subcategory for like brakes or car maintenance and stuff like that. And then down here we have our tags. You want to tag up. This comes with internal SEO. So we put, so we're talking about cars again. Let's do muscle cars because I like muscle cars. Cool. So now people will be able to search your website for muscle cars. This post comes up. And then once you're done, and you're done with your post, you want to publish it. It's going to ask you again, publish. And then it's going to, here's the copy URL. You can add posts, and I can view the post. So once I view the post, this is what it looks like. Test post, the author, the date. Test post, it adds that picture that we added, and then it has some sample content so you can kind of get a feel of what it looks like. And then down here you can share the posts. Most themes have options to share, and then over here is the tags. And then right here, people can leave a comment. Bam, 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 bam. So that is how you add a post to the website. And we're going to do one more thing. We're actually going to go over Elementor so you can see how to edit a page real quick. So I'm going to click on the Amplify page. Mr. Mark Neese was nice enough to allow us to use his website. And so he has content on this page already, but we want to just show you how to edit it. So I go here to Edit Elementor, and once I hover over Edit Elementor, I can edit the header or the footer, which is different from the page content. And then you have your site settings, which are overall settings like the color, the fonts that you use, and then the theme builder, and then clear files. Here's the cache. Again, you can actually do that from here. But we're going to edit, just click on this, and it's going to take us to edit the actual page content. So as this loads, it doesn't take that long. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I was a little off there. Okay, cool. So now here we are. So we can hover over any of these elements and edit anything. It's pretty drag and drop. So let's just say this page title, bam, I want to hover over this, and whatever you hover over and click over it, it's going to show up in this left hand side, and then you can edit. So I took the E off, and then whenever I have my changes, I want to publish it, but I want to put that back on. the same thing with here. And so I can edit any of these assets. And so let's say I want to add something new. I click on here, this plus sign, and then you have several options. Now, not everything's going to have these options. So this is just an option to add a layout. It's either a flex box or a grid. You can also add any blocks that come with Elementor. Some of these are paid. Now, we have no control over there. We use the free Elementor on all our websites, but some of these are free. You just put insert, and then it inserts these little templates for you. And then down here, same thing with pages. You push insert, you like a layout, you insert it, and then you edit it. Then over here, these are templates that we actually made for Mr. Nice to where we can consistently keep the layout the same. So we made little templates, and you can insert these or preview these as well. So I want to click on this, and let's say I just want to add one of my little templates that we did. Oh, and then this little kit is sort of the same thing, but not, like I said, not all websites are going to have this, but I just want to show it to you. You can insert these full pages as well. Same thing with the sections. You can insert sections. All right. So click out of that. And then this is a Elementor step in the future. Now, once again, this is paid. We don't, and you would have to pay through Elementor to do that. And then over here, this is actually discontinued. This was another website, Envato Access, but we don't use that. They actually discontinued. We actually put that on here before they discontinued. So we want to go here and just add another section. I'm just going to add one of the templates that we already created, and I'll add the FAQ template that we created, and it tells you the name. You actually set the name, the section, the author, the date and time. You can preview it beforehand, or we're just going to insert. It's going to give you a warning. I'm going to insert this, and bam, it inserted it for us. Well, let it refresh. And now it inserted this FAQ. I can click on this. And then on the left hand side, once again, I can go and edit the FAQs. I can put the title, the name, all the different things. Now I want to remove this because we don't want to put this on this site. This is just for demonstrations. And then so to delete this, I just hover over this section and bam, delete. And now we're going back to where we were. So let's kind of go over what we learned. We learned how to access the WordPress website in the platform. Then we learned how to add a blog and how to make minor changes or edits to our website. So if you have any more questions and you're part of the Business Minds, put them in the community. And if you're not, you're watching this on YouTube, come check us out at thebusinessminds.com. We want to give you a free 90-day roadmap to building a solid foundation for a successful business. And until next time, stay blessed.